may have done something today, and I'm going to show you right now. But first, let's back the Evo in. Alright, so I told you we're going to do something about this wing, and we're going to do it today. So let me go grab what I just got and show you guys what the hell it is, because it's really cool in my opinion. So let's get to work. Alright, we got a giant box here, and inside said giant box is something really cool. Let's see if I can get it out of here on camera. Alright guys, check this out. It is a new trunk lid for the Evo. Now, it's a Black Friday deal I got through Throtl VIP, and well, I've done a lot of performance mods this car, but I've really never done a lot of visual mods. And as you saw in the last video, I changed the taillights, and part of it is because of this. You can see it's carbon, so I wanted to go with the black taillights because I think they'll look better. But we're gonna put this on the car right now because I really want to see how it looks. So stay tuned, let me reposition the camera and get at it. Alright, so I put down this older comforter, which was in the Jeep for a long time, has a couple little stains on it. I'm gonna go ahead and use it just to put the carbon fiber trunk down on the ground without scratching it. Alright, so now you guys can kind of see it. Let's go ahead and move it over in the frame. Well, isn't that pretty? That's going to be replacing this. Let's go ahead and open the trunk up and start looking at what we need to do to pull this thing off. There's definitely some wiring to disconnect. I believe we have to take the latch off the current trunk and put it on this one. Just like when we did the taillights, we're going to go ahead and pop all the little plastic pop rivets out of that piece and pull it off and take a peek inside. So let's do that. What I'm going to do is go ahead and be able to pull this lumen out. And to do that, it looks like we have to push these clips through, which you can see there's several of them, and disconnect the bulbs and wiring, because we're going to have to take this latch out and put it in the new trunk. So let's get going at that. Let me grab some tools and have at it. Alright, so now we've carefully pulled the wiring through the hole in the trunk. We can go ahead and loosen the bolts, put it down on this blanket down here, and start taking off the pieces that I'm going to need to put on the other trunk. So let's start. That other trunk's definitely a lot lighter than that one. That one's steel for sure. So anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at it and show you what we got to take off. And we can go ahead and take the components off and put them on the other one. Alright, so as you can see, we've got it upside down. We're going to need these bumpers, obviously the latch, and the taillights. And down in here, you're going to need to pull that third brake light out and put it in there. So we're going to go ahead and pull all these components out, and shouldn't take that long. So we're going to go ahead and bolted to the hinges first before I put anything on it, because I figure it'll be easiest to do while it's really light, and adding stuff only adds weight. So we're gonna go ahead and hold it up, and I've got the hardware in the trunk where I can get to it really easily. I'm gonna go ahead and hold it up, put the bolts through, which they supply with new bolts specifically for this trunk lid. And we're gonna start putting the accessories in after that. So let's go ahead and go at it. Alright, so we've got it on there. It's a lot easier than the other trunk because it's way lighter. It would still be nice to have somebody to help, but shouldn't take too much work. So let's go ahead and start putting all the bumpers and stuff on it. We're not going to put the latch on until the end, and I'll explain why as we go. That is gonna look pretty cool. Yeah, I definitely like it. So I put some of the stuff in. I put the bumpers on it basically, and I put the wiring loom in it and out of the way kind of. What I wanted to do was kind of close it and check some of the fitment, because it's probably easier to adjust the fitment without the latch in. We'll kind of line everything up the way I think I want it, and then put the latch in last, and it should work. But that's how I wanted to do it. So let's go ahead and check this out and kind of make sure it lines up the way I want it to. All right, looks pretty good. If there was one thing I would say, I wish there was a little bit more that way, but for now I think this is okay. Maybe we can get it to fit better later, but for now I think it really looks good. The gap is just minorly bigger on that side, but you know, without going up to it and looking at it, you really can't tell. So let's start putting it back together now, the proper way. Something that's real important: before you put that latch on, make sure you have the wiring run, and before you close the trunk, make sure you hook up the connector to the latch, because if you don't do that, well, you have a hard time getting this sucker open because there's no manual release. Click your key and make sure you hear it go. That's how you know it's working before you shut this. All right. All right, so I finally got it to latch. Now, part of the problem is I think the little rubber bumpers here, I pulled them out real quick because basically wasn't letting the trunk close enough to latch. So you have to cut those down, I assume, so that we can still use them with this trunk. So let's go ahead and see if it pops. And it does. Okay. Alright, what do you guys think of that? So we got the Seibon, because I didn't tell you what it was. The whole time I did this video, I just told you it was a carbon trunk. Seibon Evo X carbon trunk with the CSL style lip on it. So no wing, that's how we're gonna run. But I'm not sure this is done yet. Let's see how it goes, and maybe I'll have more videos concerning the trunk. But I like the way it looks. Maybe a lot of carbon fiber there, but it is cool looking. So thanks for tuning in. That's the end of this video. Should have more on this car coming, so keep watching. Thanks. Bye.